Welcome to the flower fractions activity, where we will explore unit fractions and equal parts. In this activity, you will be using the following material. You will be using white construction paper, colored construction paper, crayons, pencil sharpener, pencil, eraser, scissors, and glue stick. In this activity, we're going to go over unit fractions. So unit fractions are those that represent one equal part of a whole. For example, 1/4. We're going to be creating a flower model where each petal is one part of the whole flower and represents a unit fraction. I will start by creating the stem of the flower. So I'm just going to go ahead and draw it here. So this will be the stem of the flower. And I can draw a leaf here. So there we have a stem of the flower. And I will also go ahead and color in this stem of the flower using my crayons. There you have it. I have the stem of the flower and I have colored in using crayons. The next step will be using the colored construction paper, and I'm going to outline the flower petals on this colored construction paper. So I'm going to start drawing the flower petals on the construction paper. So here we go. Now I'm going to have 4 petals on this flower. So trying my best here to draw neat flower petals. Okay, and there you have it. I have 4 flower petals here, so this will represent a whole of 4, or in other words, we have a fraction with a denominator of 4. Each one of these petals represents a unit fraction, so this would be 1 of 4. This one would also be 1 of 4, 1 of 4, and 1 of 4. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to draw 4 visual representations of the unit fraction 1/4. My first visual representation will be a circle, and this circle is going to be divided into 4 pieces like this. Then I will draw a square. Now that I have my square, I'll divide it into 4 equal pieces like this. Okay. Next, I will draw a visual representation of the 1/4 unit fraction using bars. So here we have bars. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Lastly, I will use another circle to represent a 1/4 unit fraction, like so. So I have 4 visual representations of a fraction that will be having a denominator of 4, and we will represent a 1/4 unit fraction. Each one of these visual representations is divided by 4. And to properly represent the 1/4 fraction, I will fill in 1 part of each of the visual representations to give that 1/4 representation. So for this circle, I will color in a portion here. And then this represents a 1/4 unit fraction, as only one part is filled in. Then I'll go ahead and also color in one part for the bar version of this. And also we have a square divided into 4 pieces, and I will color in one portion. Lastly, our last circle, which is divided into 4 pieces, and I'll color in one portion. And there you have it. We have 4 visual models that represent a unit fraction of 1/4. Next, I'm going to cut out the stem. I'm going to cut out the flower portion with the petals, and I'm going to cut out the 1/4 unit fraction visual rotations, and we're going to paste them together. Now that we've cut all our pieces of paper, we are going to paste the flower onto the stem. So let's go ahead and do that now. So I'll add some glue to the stem. Then we could paste our flower. Okay. So next item is we will paste these representations of a 1/4 fraction onto the flower petals. Okay, so we have the first one here. And there we go. And there it is. We have our final flower with the stem, the flower petals, and on each petal we have a visual representation of the 1/4 unit fraction. And as a reminder, keep in mind that the numerator would be 1 on this visual representation. So we would have a 1 as a numerator, and then as the denominator we would have 4, since it's divided into 4 equal parts. For my flower, I chose to use the 1/4 unit fraction. You can choose to use another unit fraction. You can use the 1/6, 1/8, or whatever you would like to choose. And to summarize, in this activity, you learned about equal parts and unit fractions.